The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has finally slammed the door against embattled national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure. The Electoral Monitor has withdrawn its recognition of the politician as the national chairman of the LP in line with the Supreme Court judgment of April the 4th, 2025. The move, it is hoped, would resolve the protracted leadership crisis ravaging the party. Reactions to the development are mixed. Whereas the Labour Party has rejected INEC's claim, the acting national chairman of the party, Senator Nenadi Usman, has hailed the move. Is it uhuru yet for the party, Asukwa?
Well, now that INEC, have decided to, take this decision, I hope Labour Party will be able to find his footing. You had by-election, recently.
Oh, yeah, recently.
And I'm not sure they had even one, candidate across. I've not heard of Labour Party across. Even ADC.
Abga is stole the show in Anambra.
Abga, even ADC, with coming together, SDP, PDP, and APC. Those are the ones I heard.
So those are still far from home.
Yeah, so for the Labour Party, I'm not sure. Even the presidential candidate, Labour Party, was campaigning for ADC candidates in Anambra. You understand? So because of the issues that they've been having. So I think this is the best time for them to, get their house in order. Now that INEC has decided to, shut the door against Abure. But I know that there was a court case recently, concerning them, putting a Labour Party candidate in the ballot. I don't know how that case went about because it was an order, from the court, from a state high court, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know how INEC wants to do. One thing about INEC is that they have legal advisors who will advise them on what to do. So perhaps that court might have given that order. It was an I think an ex parte order or injunction.
Okay.
INEC might not have seen that for them to have decided that, okay, this has to happen. But for now, if INEC has said, Abure, you are no more the chairman, that is INEC. INEC has decided to close that door.
Yeah, well, INEC is underlying this. Your tenure is done.
Yes.
It's good night.
Yeah.
And the Supreme Court has said that too. So.
Yeah.
If we actually have respect for the rule of law, the pronouncement of the Supreme Court overrides pronouncement of INEC. So we should not be waiting for INEC to, now come and make a statement before we understand what the law says. So the INEC, Supreme Court had ruled earlier that Abure is no longer the chairman of Labour Party. So what INEC has done is just to obey that simple order. And I think that order was also reaffirmed by the Federal High Court when Abure decided to go to court to challenge, and the court strike out that case on the grounds of that it has no jurisdiction, but there is a subsisting Supreme Court judgment. But I think this is not the end to this case. There are a cobweb of litigations.
Yeah.
There was one by National High Court, July 24. I think that's what you are referring to, which was also calling for the recognition of Abure and all that. But once there is a Supreme Court judgment, it's a court of final jurisdiction.
Yeah.
There is no, but our people keep on misinterpreting, a court judgment, the court judgment that is even clear.
Yeah.
But I think it is not the end of this case.
Yeah. Wally, but I was going to say, as a new kid on the block, don't you think it's too early for a Labour Party to experience these teething problems?
This problem
which appears to be overwhelming.
Yeah. This problem has been on, I think almost immediately after the last presidential election. And I think yesterday, the publicity secretary, Obiora Ifo, dismissed the INEC position and said that, look, there were two cases taken to court, one by Usman Nemaja and then the other one by Abure, that they are still going to continue, with even though the Abia State governor has been calling for all parties to come together, let them build it,
Yeah.
So I think I will advise the Labour Party to look for a political solution. Especially when the Supreme Court is giving judgment that you don't seem to want to respect. So I think they should move forward, call it everyone together, and then because what I think is saying that, look, we didn't attend the last convention you had in 2024, so we cannot even recognize the convention that produced you as the national chairman. But I think the best thing for Labour Party at this time is to look for a political solution. Put down ego, put down your grievances. If you have the interest of Labour Party, in mind, come and work together. Put your interest at the back seat.
There's
Yeah, I think for the Labour Party, now that this has been settled, right from day one, we've been saying this, for all of them to come together. The 2023 election, was a litmus test for them. Nobody thought Labour Party was going to, gather that momentum, in 2023. Nigerians were still waiting that they will still continue with that level
to build.
To build on it, But unfortunately, something somewhere happened, and they have refused to, come together. So I think
would you say
the politics of politics?
Would you say Nigeria is happening to Labour Party?
of course, now that is that the politics of politics, came into Labour Party. That was when the real politics, because then they were just saying, okay, let's just do this thing and see if we can get there. Now, when they now failed, they couldn't gather themselves, for them to be able to, build on that momentum. But now that the Supreme Court now helped them, to say, okay, fine, I'm going to settle this matter. And Oga Chairman, you've been there for a very long time.
Your time has
but they've been going round and round in circles. There was a time they even said, okay, INEC, decide.
It is true. It is true, therefore, that power corrupts. But the fear of losing power corrupts absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think history is haunting the Labour Party. When you put an organization together, there becomes a configuration of conflicting interests. But with just one program, we want to win the presidential election.
Exactly.
That is not a democratic party. A democratic party will look into the future, have a template, and then your primary motive should be to mobilize the people, that let the people take ownership of the process. But once a party is built around an individual, with personal ego driving that individual to win the presidential election, if that person loses that election or even wins,
everything crumbles.
It crumbles.
How do you reconcile that with the fact that over 100 bodies are angling to be political parties? They're telling INEC, register.
It is the same thing. People are setting up political parties now as a kind of business portfolio to use to negotiate for personal profit. It's not about the people. Do they have ward meetings? Do they have offices in wards? Do they even have membership? They don't have. They only exist on the pages of newspapers. And when it's time...
At least for the moment, we have 18 registered political parties. Do Nigerians think in that direction from A to Z? How are they performing? It doesn't bother Nigerians?
If you ask most Nigerians, I don't think, even here, I don't think people can remember more than 8 names of the registered political parties. So those things just exist, maybe made of 5 or 6 people. They just look for people to represent them and all that. Even some of those people are in other political parties. So they are not really political parties that really wants to have a party of the people.
Yeah. Asuko, do you remember the big 5 in the Second Republic?
Oh, sure.
NPN, UPN, GMPP, NPP,
PRP,
and NAP, NAP.
NAP, Nigerian Advanced Party by Tunji Braithwaite, which came later, to become the 6th political party.
So now you are oscillating amongst APC, ADC, PDP, LP.
Yeah.
So
even some people are in one and they are still in the other side. They have one leg here, other leg there.
And those parties at that time were different. Could differentiate them from their programs.
Yeah, that's it.
NPN was talking about one nation, one destiny. Unity of Nigeria, UPN, integrated rural development, fair education. So you could make a choice based on programs. But now there's a lot of